Hey Killer Bees, it's Pahla B from PahlaBFitness.com, and on tap today I've got a great low-impact cardio workout that's designed especially for women of a certain age, like you and me. You guys, today has absolutely no jumping at all. There's no equipment needed, and it's a thorough Thursday, which means I've got both a warm-up and a cool-down and the exact right amount of sweat in between. So when you're ready for this one, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's get moving and grooving, and that means that we are getting started with some arm circles and high knees. Oh my goodness. We are warming up every single joint, every single muscle, and raising our heart rate gently, because you know what? Gently is, well, okay, the whole workout isn't going to be like gentle today. I mean, cardio and gentle, they don't necessarily go together, but today is meant to be a change of pace for you. Today is meant to be, well, gentle. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Today is not the hardest push we've ever done, and there is a reason for that. My friends, let's talk about your body for a second, shall we? I know that's wildly inappropriate, right? Like, we're not supposed to talk about our bodies, but let's, because I have noticed as I have gotten to this age that things are changing. Things are changing in ways that I was not prepared for, in ways that I don't always like, and in ways that I don't always understand. And that means, my friend, that sometimes your workout needs to change too. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I had a video that was talking about this same sort of thing where we did strength training, and we were talking about how your body needs something different right now. If you did not happen to catch that, and it's okay, you don't have to do every single one of my workouts. I'm actually going to link to it though, either here on screen or specifically at the end of the video or down in the description below. It's a good conversation. It's also a great workout for women of our age. You guys, things are changing, and that means that your routine needs to change too. If you have been, like me, cardio your whole life, even if you can still do that cardio at that level, your body kind of doesn't want to anymore. Your body is changing, and your body wants to make other changes. Today we're taking things down a notch. I know, you never hear that. You never hear cardio that's gentle or easy or not supposed to be a push for all those calories. Let's do some welcome to my homes as well. But today is meant to get your endorphins flowing. Today is meant to help you relieve stress. Today is meant to have a good conversation about things that we don't always have conversations about. And it's also meant to be a change of pace for you. It's supposed to be just right. I've got the handy dandy gym boss here set for 20-second intervals. We're going to do cardio for 20 seconds, and then we're going to rest for 20 seconds, depending on what rest means to you. I'm not going to encourage you to do something also high heart rate during that 20 seconds. I'm probably going to do like a little bit of tapping, maybe very gentle marching, just because I'm not always capable of standing still. You are welcome to do what you'd like with that 20 seconds, as long as you are mindful of keeping it moderate, keeping it gentle, keeping it at a point where we are making these changes. Let's go ahead and get started with a little something I call push, push, crunch, because we're going to push to the side, and crunch, like a little oblique crunch. So push and crunch. It's very, well, if I was any more coordinated than this, it would be very much like a little bit of a dance here. I'm just doing my best not to like trip over my own feet as we're doing this. When it beeps again, we are going to take that 20 seconds of rest or tapping, whatever works for you. Something gentle, something moderate, something that keeps your heart rate at a moderate pace. When it beeps again, we're going to do Drinky bird jacks. That's where our hands are doing jumping jacks, but our feet are doing Drinky birds, which is a single leg deadlift, which means that we're balancing on one foot while our other leg kicks out back behind us. So hands up, we're doing a little Drinky bird and up, and Drinky bird and up. Now today's exercises are meant to be just challenging enough. We're moving quickly, we're getting our heart rate up, we're going to challenge our balance, we're going to challenge our heart rate a little bit, but it's not meant to be too much. Because my friends, Have you noticed how one of the things that's going on is that everything kind of feels like too much? When it beeps again, we're going to do walking burpees. Hands on the ground, walk your feet out, walk your feet back in, and then stand back up. It's only 20 seconds. We're not going to get more than like 3 or 4 of them done. So don't worry about how many we're able to do. This isn't a high volume day. This is we're getting done what we get done, and we're going to feel good about what we get done kind of a day. Have you noticed how everything feels a little stressful? Everything feels a little bit overwhelming. Everything feels a little bit anxious. My friends, adding more cardio, more high heart rate, more stress to your life isn't the answer anymore. When it beeps again, we're going to do high hand kicks, which is exactly what it sounds like. Our hands are going high while we're kicking 1 foot out at a time. Hands are going to go up and down, actually. So high and low while we're kicking. Now here's the thing, biologically speaking, I mean, I know you feel the changes, but biologically speaking, some of the hormonal changes that we are going through are, I mean, we know some of the effects. There's that whole middle-age spread thing going on, 20 seconds of rest, right around the middle. There's also the anxiety, the stressful feeling, the other physical changes that we're going through. One of the things that's actually going on there, when it beeps again, we're going to do punch, punch, kicks, which is just what it sounds like. We're going to punch, and we're going to kick. And so spread your feet, punch, punch, and kick. Punch, punch, and kick. But my friends, one of the hormonal changes that you might not be aware of, because it's not necessarily something we're thinking about, is that your body actually can't recover as well as it used to. So when we continue doing those same 20 seconds of rest, those same high intensity, really sweaty workouts, our body can't always repair from that. And that just lingers in your body as stress. When it beeps again, we're going to do inchworms. We're going to crawl our hands out until you're in more or less a plank position, wherever you can get to, truly, and then crawl them back up. If you'd like to, you can come down on your knees in the middle of this one to get down to that plank position. Whatever works for you, my friends, you know it always works for me. This is meant to be tough, but doable today. If all the work on your wrists is too tough, my friends, well, there's 20 seconds of rest anyways. That's why we're doing only a couple of floor exercises today. Not so much and not so much in a row. 20 seconds is actually the perfect amount of stress for your body. When it beeps again, we're going to do middle skips, which where we're going to have our hands and our opposite knee going up at the same time, as though we are skipping. Just a nice little gentle movement, having your hands up over your head. That's what's bringing our heart rate up here. Standing on 1 foot at a time, working on balance, working on core strength. There's always a bonus to be had when we're doing cardio. My friends, when it beeps again, we're going to get 20 seconds of something even lower intensity. You guys, now normally when I have a low impact cardio workout, I'm always like, low impact doesn't mean low intensity. Today it kind of is though. Today is moderate. When it beeps again, we're going to do kick jacks, which is where our hands are doing jumping jacks and our feet are kicking. So hands up and kick. Excellent job. Holding in your core, moving at a pace that feels, well, you know what? It probably feels too slow. It probably doesn't feel like enough. And that, my friends, is part of the problem with this age. We're really used to, 20 seconds of rest, we're really used to pushing ourselves. We're really used to go, 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 do more, do harder. You have to burn more calories. You have to do more. When it beeps again, we're going to do rainbow kicks, hands moving side to side over the top of your head like rainbows while 1 foot kicks out to the side and then the other side. So rainbow and kick and kick. Excellent job. However, all that go, 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 all that push, 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 we need a break from that. We need a mental break from that. We need a physical break from that. And it's really hard, 20 seconds of rest, to make yourself do something moderate. I know you're used to pushing. You're used to thinking that you have to do more. And here I am telling you to do less and that you'll get more from it. What is that? When it beeps again, we're going to do big arm side shuffles. Well, my friends, here's what it is. it's the break that you need. You can only do so much, and when you keep trying to push, you're actually possibly making it worse. I know, oh my gosh, but wait, I'm supposed to be moving more so that I can lose this middle age spread, so that I can keep the body that I want, so I can burn more calories. But my friends, you're not necessarily burning more calories. When it beeps again, we're gonna do mountain walkers, hands on the ground, walking your feet in and out. If you'd prefer to be on an elevated surface for this one, totally okay. Some of these are more modifiable than not. And here we go, hands down on the ground. Walk it out, walk it in, walk it out, walk it in. It is 20 seconds of upper body work. I know, like I mentioned, we are always getting some kind of bonus work when we are doing low impact cardio. You are doing such a good job. And here we go, back on our feet. My friends, teaching yourself that it's okay to be moderate is one of the nicest acts of self-love that you can do. When it beeps again, we're going to do windmill tappers. Feet are wide, hands are wide. As we reach our opposite hand down towards our opposite foot, we're tapping that same foot back a little, not a lot. I'm not getting all the way down to the foot. I'm not coming into a full curtsy lunge. It's gentle, it's moderate. This is probably in some ways an even bigger challenge, to keep it moderate, to not push yourself harder. My friends, 20 seconds of rest. Coming up next, we're doing the letter K's, which means that we're gonna have both hands starting up overhead. We're gonna bring one hand out down to the side with that same foot kicking out to the side, then back to the top, and do the same thing on the other side. On one side, when I am standing on my right leg, it looks like the letter K. On the other side, it does not. It looks like the opposite of the letter K. And my friends, this was our circuit today. We're gonna go through it twice. We're gonna keep things mild. We're gonna keep things moderate. We got our heart rate up. We got our sweat rate up. And then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let it go. This is 20 seconds of rest. We're going to reassure ourselves that being kind, being gentle, being moderate is enough. I know, when it beeps again, we're gonna do that push, crunch. I'm setting myself up for the side here to go push to the side, and then, so push and crunch, push and crunch. Awesome job. I bet you look way more coordinated than I do on this one. I actually love this exercise, even though I feel super awkward while I'm doing it. There's something about it that feels really good, even though it looks a little bit weird. Coming up next, we're doing Drinky bird jacks. We've already seen all of the exercises. This is probably one of the few workouts that didn't get crazy hard. There was a couple of exercises that weren't maybe your favorites, but there was nothing that wasn't really pretty doable. So when it beeps, we're doing those Drinky bird jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks. Feet are doing Drinky birds, kicking that one leg back behind you, balancing, or in my case, not balancing very well, but doing our best. You know, I know that it's hard to wrap your mind around doing less. And it's because of that word, less. It feels less. What if we reframed this and said that we're doing what we need? Because when you need something, like for example doing walking burpees, I know you don't need to do walking burpees. I'm asking you though, I am requesting of you that we do walking burpees next. But when what your body needs is to take it down a notch, when what your body needs is a change of routine, when what your body needs is for you to take to take a big, deep breath and give yourself a dose of self-love, it's a little bit easier. It's almost like the doctor ordered you to take it down a notch. The Dr. Pahla did. I'm not a doctor. Don't even play one on TV. Coming up next, we're going to do those high hand kicks. But I will tell you that when you can wrap your brain around taking things down a notch, your body, here we go with high hand kicks. I was doing knees, not kicks. Now I've got the kicks going. Hands go up and down, feet kick forward and not back, just forward. When you wrap your brain around doing what your body needs, you'll feel better. I promise you. I promise you. You've been pushing yourself, 20 seconds of rest. You've been pushing yourself so hard. When you really let yourself sink into this, you're gonna realize how much you needed it. Coming up next, we're doing punch, punch, kicks. I lost my place on the whiteboard there. Like, I'm sorry, we're doing what now? So punch, punch, and kick. And punch, punch, and kick. Punch, punch, and kick. My friend, I am super proud of you. Taking this workout at just the right pace, getting just the right amount of sweat. And if you can, letting go of that I need to do more feeling. Here we go with our 20 seconds of rest. I will thank you for taking it moderately today. Your body will thank you for taking it moderately today. You know, this is part of a bigger conversation. When it beeps again, we're going to do those inchworms. We're crawling our feet. Nope. We're crawling our hands out. Feet stay in one place. We're walking our hands out and walking our hands back. Again, it's only 20 seconds. We're not going to get a whole lot of these done. Reminding yourself that you can do anything for 20 seconds, even exercises you don't love, even exercises that are not your favorite. Of course we were right in the middle of that one. 20 seconds of rest, doing those tappers or some real gentle marching. This is part of a bigger conversation, honestly, that I'm kind of just starting on my channel right now. Coming up next, we're going to do those middle skips where I personally, I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the thick of it. I'm going through this stuff. And I really want to explore with you what we can do to feel our best at this time of life. You know, we've been young. we've been through the middle of it. 20 seconds of rest. And now here, things are different. Let's do things differently. Let's do things differently together. When it beeps again, we're going to do kick jacks. Hands are moving up and down like jumping jacks. Feet are kicking like a kicking. Holding your core in super tight for this one. Anytime we have our hands up above our heads, that's a great time to remind yourself to pull in your core, protect your spine, and let your heart rate come up at whatever pace it wants to. When we're flapping our hands like this, your heart rate is coming up literally no matter how fast or slow you're moving. Having your hands over your head, 20 seconds of rest, brings up your heart rate. Coming up next, we're going to do rainbow kicks. Hands are moving over your head side to side while we're kicking also side to side. I know here I was talking about gentle and moderate, and I'm breathing hard. My heart rate is up. I'm sweating. It's kind of interesting and kind of fun how that happens. Even when I am legitimately trying to keep it nice and gentle, and this feels gentle, I'm certainly talking plenty, and yet there it is. My heart rate did come up. We are burning calories at an elevated rate, but it's not too much. This is 20 seconds of rest, and then when it beeps again, we're going to do those big arm side shuffles. One of my favorite exercises. Really, almost all of them are. I have very few that I do here on the channel that I don't like. Generally speaking, if I bring it to you on video, here's our big arm side shuffles. If I bring it to you on video, it's an exercise that I like. The very few that I don't like, I've either only done like maybe once or twice many years ago, or I just kind of don't do them. You know, exercise is supposed to be fun. 20 seconds of rest. It's not supposed to be a grueling, oh, I can't stand this and I just have to make myself get through it. I think we should exercise with a smile on our faces, don't you? Coming up next, we're doing mountain walkers. Speaking of a smile on your face, I know you're like, nope, that's not a smiling one. But it's the last time for this last on the ground exercise. And that means that with only 20 seconds left, I feel really good about us getting through this with, if not a smile, then at least not a grimace, not a frown. Great job. And there we go, back on our feet. Excellent. We've only got a couple of exercises left, my friends. This is, again, it's what your body needs. It's not a super long workout. It's not an hour-long sweat fest today. It's just right. Coming up next, we're doing those windmill tappers where our hands are wide, our feet are wide. We're gonna reach our opposite hand towards our opposite foot, wherever we can get to. For me today, that's just a little bit below my knee, not too low. Keeping my hands up high is what's bringing that heart rate up. Everything else is just a bonus, my friend. When it beeps again, we're gonna get 20 seconds of rest. Great job. All right. And you guys, here it is. Our last exercise in this circuit, the last exercise in our last circuit. It's letter K's, where both hands are going to start at the top. We're making the letter K on one side with one hand and one foot, and making the letter not K on the other side with our other hand and other foot, starting with those hands up overhead. And here we go. You guys, when we are done with this exercise, we are done, but we're not quite finished. I've got one more thing for us. We are going to get that 20 seconds of rest in between, and then I've got a little bit of standing abs to really kind of finish this off, and that's why it's called the finisher. It's a little bit tougher than everything else, but it's meant to reinforce that what you're doing today is enough. So we're going to get started with a semi-squatted crunches. So we're going to be in a semi-squatted position. Hands are going to be down here on your shoulders. We're going to reach our opposite elbow towards our opposite knee. So from the semi-squatted, you're curling over and then standing back up. Staying in that semi-squatted position the whole time. I know I have billed this as standing abs. Oh, you're going to feel this in your thighs too. And up. When it beeps again, oh my gosh, we will get 20 seconds of tapping it out. Whew, okay. Okay, I know. Even on a moderate day, sometimes the finisher is still pretty finishy. We're gonna do that one more time. So I've got 2 exercises. We're doing each of them 2 times to kind of finish out our little 2 by 2 by 20 by 20 theme I've got going on today. I don't know if you know that about me, but I kind of always have a theme, whether I express it to you or not. I always have some kind of structure that makes sense to me and is at least marginally thematic. It's just the way my brain works. When it beeps again, oh my gosh. Inner and outer thighs, we'll get a nice little break from this crunching and semi-squatting. Oh, ha. And then we're going to do something a little bit tougher than that. We're finishing the finisher. We're going to do overhead to one high knee, which means that this is a single-sided exercise. So hands are going to go up and down in front of you, overhead, and then down to one knee. But we're going to pick a leg to stand on. For me, I'm going to stand on my left leg to begin with. So that means that my right knee is coming up and going down. As an extra little bonus here, I'm going to see if I can not tap my foot down. Totally up to you how much you'd like to work on your balance, where you are with your balance, how much challenge you feel like right now. My heart rate's pretty high. My balance is pretty mediocre today. 20 seconds of rest. But it's only 20 seconds, you guys. This is our 20 seconds of rest, just doing a little bit of tapping. We're gonna do that exact same thing on the other side, and then that is it. We're gonna do a little bit of cool down stretching. This has been such a great workout today, and you have done such a great job. Go ahead and get ready with that other leg. Whichever one you weren't standing on last time is the one you're standing on this time, trying either to tap down completely or not tap down at all, or something in between. I'm doing just a little bit of a toe touch. It's kind of a mental thing, just like, it's okay, I'm still here. Great job pulling in that core, and that was the last time it's going to beep today. You did such a great job. As previously mentioned, let's go ahead and do some nice arm circles here. Oh my goodness. Stretching out that chest, opening up wide. Go ahead and hang time right here in the middle, letting yourself take a nice big deep breath. I know that this was not the most challenging workout you've ever done. I know it wasn't meant to be. But this, my friends, was just what you needed. This is the kind of thing that you need like once or twice a week, truly. If you have been working out for a long time and you've been pushing that same intensity for a long time, honestly, even a little bit of time, your body needs this. Your body needs a break. This is still work. You can still feel amazing that you moved, that you did something nice for yourself, but that you also did something extra nice for yourself by not pushing too hard. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers and a little bit bigger of a step here, feeling that stretch. Oh, when you step back behind you, kind of opens up your abs and opens up your hips. Nice job. Open and close. Great, great job. Feeling that stretch across your chest, opening up your heart, opening up your lungs, and then stretching across your back. Oh my goodness, where I have nothing but tension some days. How about you? Oh, that feels so good to stretch it like that. And then let's go ahead and spread our feet nice and wide. Hands just right here on your thighs. We're gonna lean to one side and then lean to the other, being very, very careful with our knees. This is not, I mean, it is a lunge, but it's not a lunge, if that makes sense. I'd like you to feel the stretch, but not at the sacrifice of getting so deep into a lunge that it hurts your knees or your ankles or anything else. If you are like super, super flexible on your inner thighs, which I am 100% not. So if you are super flexible on your inner thighs, you actually might need to like grab onto a chair and get yourself into a deeper stretch by putting your foot up or something like that. Totally up to you. My stretching reflects my flexibility. So sometimes your stretches are going to really look very, very different than mine. My friends, if you would like to continue this conversation, I do, like I said, have another video where we're talking specifically about changing up your workouts. And I strongly recommend that you do that sometime in the next couple of days. I'll have it here on screen so that you can see it and that you can come back to this one and get reference to it. I think when you get into the routine of doing things nicely for your body, that you're really going to appreciate it. You're really going to see some changes. Now, also on screen, I do have a longer stretching video. If you'd like a little bit more of a cool down after this one, I always have more, my friends. So on one side or the other, go ahead and click those videos. Also, before you go, make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.